Jeremiah here, and I appear to be live. I'm upside down. Why am I upside down? Hang on. Just noticing that my camera on the screen is upside down, which is odd because it's not upside down on my computer. So, I'm not sure what that's all about. I don't think it was upside down when it's also cut off. What's up with this? Oh. Wrong camera. Hang on, guys. I need to switch out cameras. That's my problem. That one instead of that one. There we go. Now I'm not upside down. Helps if you use the right camera. All right. So, as I was saying, Sir Jeremiah here, and welcome back. For those of you who've seen some of this before, welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded. If you're trying to watch this now and you don't know where I am in all of this, don't go to YouTube yet because I've been slack and haven't posted the videos on YouTube yet. But you will be on YouTube, so if you're watching this on YouTube, you could always jump back and watch the old ones. By the time this gets on YouTube, the other episodes will be there. And by the way, for those of you watching Jeremiah's Gonna Die and FTB Academy, still working on those two series as well. I promise I'll get some more loaded. Things have been really busy. I was traveling for business for a couple of weeks. Dad's in town for a couple of weeks now, so we're doing a lot of work on the house. He always helps me out with house repairs and stuff. So really busy and just haven't been doing enough of this stuff. But I've got a bunch of stuff saved up for you guys. I promise I'll get it put out there. I don't think I've lost any of it. I've lost it, but I haven't lost any of it. All right, so let's see where we are. So I'm going to just real quickly, let's hop in here. One thing, I'm still having some lag issues here. So you're still going to see me occasionally just press that button. And wow, it's even worse when I'm streaming. But the stream's doing okay. That's odd. If this stays really bad, I may have to switch to recording instead of streaming, because this is even worse than usual. We'll see if it catches itself up. It's been doing better than this. So I get a little bit of a lag when I'm streaming. The computer just doesn't seem to do both at the same time as well. Plus, I've been playing a lot lately. I'll explain why I've been playing a lot off camera. I've been playing a lot lately without the big screen. And I seem to lag more on the big screen. I think it's because I'm running through a docking station to run that, and it's a TV, which probably isn't quite as good on response times. So anyway, those of you who've been watching, you know that I was having trouble planting. For whatever reason, I couldn't plant. And I figured out, I actually think my problem wasn't planting, but was making farmland. I think that's what the issue actually was. I had read something somewhere that led me to believe that tilling wasn't part of the mechanics. And so after I found I couldn't till, that's when I went to look that up. It led me to believe that tilling wasn't one of the mechanics, so I had stopped trying to till. But I actually think maybe both were broken because anyway, whatever the case, I still haven't verified I can plant in just plain dirt, but I can plant in fertilized dirt that I till, so I'm good with that. I can get away with that. A few things that may be new here, so we're gonna sleep real quick. This is one of them. I don't know if we had a bed before. I didn't realize that beds were this useful here. And in fact, I don't sleep every night. I actually purposely let some nights go and spawn because I've got spots here. I don't have one on this side. I've got 3 spots on the other side where I can, oh yeah, I do. There's one. They're designed, no, it's actually not one. They're designed for me to hop down and be able to fight, take some mobs and get their drops. Eventually I want to make up some traps for that. But here's what we got going on. This is a brand new game that I ran up to about the same level. I do have a few things I did not have before, some of which I actually had picked up right after where I left the last video off. So like we've got the cutting board here. The cutting board lets me take apples and make, I have some here. There's my fruit salad. We also have the pot here, and that pot, push, lets me make my applesauce. That lets me get some variety just out of the apples. But I do have out back here, I have planted. First of all, we've got just left this here. I've got some good infested leaves. I don't know if I need any more of those, but here's my crop area. And apparently, see, even the Pam's harvest crops are going away here, so I don't know what's going on. I thought they would stay. I've gotten some, I actually had a parsnip planted here and rice planted there. Not rice. Spice leaf planted there. I've lost my spice leaf now. I've got more parsnips. So I can't even, looks like I can't even leave the Pam's harvest here. I thought it was immune to the vagaries of this planet and I'd be able to just leave it. That's what I'd heard from people, was that it wasn't affected by the seasons, but it appears to be because they're both gone. But I do have this fertilized dirt and that seems to help out. I have raised the walls up because I got tired of the... what's going on with that? I gotta go over there and kill those guys at some point, just a compressed bunch of them. But anyway, I got tired of the sandstorms allowing them to breach. I've had to recover from breaches twice. So I just put my wall 2 blocks higher than I'd been making them. And actually what I want to do at some point, I want to push out a second wall. Probably another 10 or 15 blocks out in all directions, so we have more space. It's feeling crowded in here, and once I figure out how to farm, that's going to be a problem. So I'll probably push the trees out. I've got a bunch of wood already, so I've been... that's not the right one. It's over here. So I've been collecting wood to make sure I have enough, and as you can see, I used a bunch of it to make walls there. We've got enough trees here to keep this going. I haven't even planted all of them. We got a couple empty ones here. Been working on our cactus too. And anyway, what I'm thinking I want to do, we have access to greenhouse glass. So what I think I actually want to do is take this wall up 1 level higher at some point and then greenhouse glass the whole top of it. To do this. Pick that up when watching somebody else start out on this thing. It's really helpful to have that there. I wasn't sure if it would be helpful, but it really is, because I can watch that and I can see when my temperature is going to change. So I've done a lot of straining too. We've got a bunch of stuff here. I've actually gotten some iron ingots. Some of those I made, some I captured from zombies. So we're making some decent progress here. We're not in great shape. We've also got a bunch of, in fact, I've got some more here. Got a bunch of stones, so I can start making more cobble. So let's go over here, stand in the cool spot. In the nice, cool lava down here. Let's go stand in that, and let's take a look. I also learned, by the way, I can just use the tilde key, or tilde, depending on how you pronounce it, instead of needing to carry the quest analyzer. So we come in here, and I did complete some. I was making the armor. You guys saw me make the armor last time. I didn't realize there were quests to that. I've completed out all of those quests. Oh, I need to claim this one, which I think you guys saw me claim before. This canteen isn't terribly useful. It's more trouble than it's worth. It's nice because you carry 3 doses of water in 1 inventory slot, but you have to go back and purify it every time. Otherwise, you're drinking dirty water. It's just easier to work directly, and you actually get 3 doses from 1 crucible, but it's just easier to deal with the water bottles. That's what I've been doing, is just using my water bottles over and over. Wait, oh, there's my canteen. All right, and these. So we've been keeping our saplings over here. Let's see, we might even just be able to throw these into compost. So I've been keeping, again, still keeping saplings and such over here. So if I need to make something in a hurry, I'll always have some reserve. And as you can see, our temperatures are climbing around this joint. The armor, even with the armor, I can't remember if this happened on stream. I think it did. Even with the armor, I sometimes get to the point where I'm taking damage. So we really need to get to these cooling coils, which are one of the next things, but done with that one. So this is over here, cooling coils. But when I go to look at that, look up the cooling coil. So, oh, by the way, we have storage drawers. I'm going to do that sometime soon, probably off camera, put in some storage drawers. I'm getting frustrated with the way things are laid out. So I'm probably going to make a range of the 1/2x4s. We've got tons of wood. So I think I'm going to use some of it up and make some storage drawers to sort stuff out. We'll see. Anyway, what was I going to do here? Cooling coils. So we go to this. Diamond shards I get by crushing cobblestone and making gravel, and then sifting gravel I can get to diamonds. So I think that's the only way we can get to that, which means I need a lot more cobble than I've got now, probably. So I'm going to keep making dirt so that I can get sieve dirt and get stones and eventually make more cobble. It's the only real pressing need I have for cobble right now, except that we do have this one where we need to make the lava bucket, and it looks like that comes from cobble. I'm not entirely sure how this works yet. When I look into it, it doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense, but I think we're going to be able to make lava in this with cobblestone. So I think we should throw cobblestone in there, and I seem to recall that to do that, to make lava in that, you can just put a torch under it and leave it for damned ever. The torch is a really low power source or heat source, but it will get it there. So I've got that set up, or I'm going to get that set up. So that's what we've got, some stuff set aside to make our unfired crucible. Let's do that. And is there anything else? That's not what I wanted to do. Is there anything else we can do while we're here? Tools of the trade we can't get to yet. Cooking utensils. We can start making some of these. I've obviously already done that one. We can make some of the others. We've got bits and pieces of ingots in there, so I think we could do some of those, maybe all of them. What else do we have over here? We're going to be able to make bone stalker. We'll have to look into that later. This one, to make some zombie jerky, we need salt. And I looked into that. We should be able to make that as well. So we can take we've already got the monster jerky. That one's, we got in our rotten flesh. This just didn't call for it. We need to make some zombie jerky. So we're going to do that. And that'll give us one more, once I can make salt, we'll have one more variation in food to work with. What I'd like to have is, a good range of foods. So if I run out of one, it doesn't cause me trouble. Right now, 3 of my foods are apples. But apple sauce and the fruit salad are all apple foods. So I'm trying to get around that. All right, so let's start by taking a look at this salt thing. So what was salt? Is that something we can get to quickly? That's all. That's the only way we get there. Fresh water. So sand, glass bottle we can get to. So to get to that, we just need 3 glass. We get 3 bottles, okay? To get to this, how do I make this? A water bucket at a high temperature. So how do you get to that? How do we make a water bucket at a high temperature? Let's see. Crucible looks like our only answer right now. So how do I make a crucible? Can I make a crucible? I'll need to be able to make bricks. And then I need an unfired crucible. Okay. So we'll be looking into that later. So maybe not the salt right away. We don't seem to have a way to get to that right away. Need to be able to make bricks. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you need a kiln to make it, for which I need bricks. How do I make bricks? Comes from clay. Clay we can make. Clay's actually pretty easy. So we may actually be able to make that thing. So back to this. I need to be able to make that. But sponge. Oh. I think we could just put in a bucket of water maybe. And maybe we don't need to do the sponge thing. Anyway. So we might try that. But let's get our crucible first. I've got this stuff here. Yeah, we've got clay, we've got ash. And what was the other thing I need? Clay, ash, and I've forgotten what it was. Oh, it's that crucible. That's what we're looking for. That is, bone meal. Okay. And we've got bone meal somewhere. And I looked earlier, there's also a way for us to make bone meal. Oh, sleep this off. I'm trying to keep the mobs spawning down except when I really want them. So I don't mind if we get in tonight, I just don't want to stay at night. See, so there's that. I've got a good bit going. Rotten flesh has other uses. In fact, it's one of the components in making the whatever that stuff's called. The fertilized dirt that I have out there. We actually get to use some of the rotten flesh for that. All right, so we're going to do this. We need 7 of those. All right, so just that pattern. All right, let's go make them. So I need to grab these out. I don't know if the pattern matters. We'll find out in a second. Doesn't seem to. All right, put those away later. So now we can go, come on, here. That gives me my unfired crucible. We'll go fire that. And for the time being, I'm not worried about other fuels. We've got enough wood going on. Oh, by the way, I have a maple planted over here. I don't know what we can do with that. I'm hoping we can tap that for some sugar or something like that later. Anyways, I was saying, not really worried about other fuels. I'm just using wood for fuel. And then every time I come out here, I try to remember to take down whatever trees are growing to keep the wood going. But not much pressure on it. I've got 2 full stacks in there, and we don't do much that comes straight from logs. So, you know, we're talking about turning that into planks. That's, you know, 2 stacks of logs is 8 stacks of planks. That's a lot of wood. So I'm not real worried about our wood supply right now, but I'm trying to just kind of on a regular basis keep up with what's going on here. This one's going to take a while. I'll come back a couple of other times and finish taking this out. I try not to stay out here too long because I'm going to get hot. As you can see, it's at 16 right now, which is fine, but the base temperature is 24, or target temperature is 24. So I don't want to get caught up to that target temperature at all. So I'll take down some of this, and I'll come back later and work on the rest. I want to keep moving. So I grab what I can here. A little bit of lag going on. It's not as bad as it was when it started out. I don't know if you guys can tell the lag or not. I know when I click on things and when I start moving, so you guys might just see me not walking as straight as you think. So what I'm trying to do here is keep an eye on my temperature at the same time. That's why I like having that temp info up there. So I keep an eye on temperature while I'm doing this. I missed. And when it gets up to 20, I want to bail on what I'm doing out here and go do something inside before this gets to, before it gets to the 900 count, where you see the rate there. So the rate just tells you how soon it's going to change. And the target tells you where you're heading to, so you can see which direction. Right now I'm at 18. The system target right now is 26, so it's only going to go up. I've got some time. Let's go ahead. Let's grab this unfired thing, because it is now fired. Let's give that a home. We're just going to put that right next to this because I don't want to bring the heat somewhere else. You can see while I was around that, actually you didn't see it right now because it's not running, but when it's running, it does in fact raise the target. Some of these down here so I got something to stand on. Come on. There we go. At some point I'd like to make tools out of something other than wood. I mean, it's been easy and they're cheap to repair, so that's good, but at some point I want some other tools. They'd be faster, swords would do more damage, that sort of thing. But right now, I just don't see the resource capability for that. So we'll be staying on wooden tools for a while, I guess. Till we feel like we can afford the iron. Right now, spare iron is going to things like cooking utensils. And I'm mostly trying to follow the quests. You know, the quest didn't tell me to make a sword, but that's, you know, Minecraft-wise, that's kind of a no-brainer. So I assumed they just thought I would make my own if I was going to try to protect myself with something other than just walls. Alright, any more wood up here? Let's make sure there's nothing back that way. I've reverted to the default textures because it is so much easier to see, and I really don't see a change in the lag. There are some lags that I'm seeing that appear to be related to something else my computer is doing, which is odd because I don't see anything running in the background. But I like those lags we've been seeing where I would have to pause, you know, just you know, pause the game this way and go back in to let it catch up. Those don't seem to be related even to system resource issues. My RAM usage is way below 100%. I'm only allocating half of my RAM to the game, and I've got that, actually not even that. Now I think about it, I'm allocating a quarter of my RAM. I've only allocated 8 gigs of RAM to the game, so there's plenty of RAM left, and I'm not seeing processor usage go above about 25 or 30% at any given point. Now, I guess it's possible that's calculating across all of the processors. You know, it's a multi-threaded processor, so it could be, I guess. Oh, I need to get outside, get inside. I'm just going to grab these real quick. I need to make another. I've got a set of you know, rough stairs on the other side to protect myself. See, I haven't been paying attention. I got to get inside quick because if this hits 23, I start taking damage. So take that down, turn and run. I'll have to come, let myself cool down a degree, and then I'll come back and get the other apple. I can't even stop for the apple there. Damn, not fast enough. I was hoping I would get in here before it actually got to 23, but I'll just have to wait. It'll get there. Take a little bit of damage. We've got plenty of saturation. So, unfortunately, it takes until you get down to 21 for the damage to stop once it starts. It starts at 23, but descending back down, it stays through 22. Oh, it's quit there. Good. All right. So we're down at 21. I'm going to grab that remaining apple. It takes longer for it to go up than down, which is handy. Since apples are such an important part of my diet, I can't afford to leave any of them lying around. And of course, all of these saplings. Come on, plant. Or you know, next generation dirt. As I said, I'm not planting the ones up close. Not all of them anyway, because they block the door. So I'm just leaving. If I get 4 or 5 planted at a time, that's plenty. All right, so we've gotten some more wood there. That's nice. What we'll do is we'll drop off that stack and work off of what's left. That's how I've been gathering the wood there. I'll need to stop and repair my hatchet too at some point. All right, so we've got an empty canteen. We're just going to set that aside. If I can run that over here. Temperature seems to be dropping already, so we might not have to go back and stand in the cold stuff again. So let's see, what else? We don't need to go in there. Actually, we can stand in the cool stuff anyway. So let's check that. We're going to work on, back up there. Oh, it is up there, it's odd. It's highlighted oddly. So next is we need to make our lava bucket, and that's the only other thing. So let's go make some cobble. We got plenty of this. I don't know how much cobble we're going to need. We'll make 1 stack worth and see if that's enough in there. If not, we'll go throw more in. There we go. Oh, I need to make a hole under this. Oh, cool. Put a torch down there. just want to see. It doesn't change much, but yeah, you can see there. We are, in fact, slowly making lava. All right, so that works. What's next here? So, while that's working, we can go work on something else. Can't go that direction. We can't go that direction. Let's start working on our cooking utensils. And that looks like that's going to get some other stuff going here. So cooking utensils. Mixing bowl, juicer, mortar, and pestle. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's easy. That's all wood. We can do that real quick. Juicer. Just need one stone. So I need to make some stone, and I need, I think it's 2 stone for a pressure plate. I think that's right. So I need 3 cobble. We've got 3 cobble left. Look at that. Let's go throw those out in the furnace. I think that will give us what we need. Pause this for a second. We got bad lag going on. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and sleep through that. And we'll go make our mixing bowl. I think that was what all the pattern was. This and a stick. Yep. Mixing bowl. Right. We're just going to hang on to these until we got them all done. And what was the other one? Mortar and pestle. I'm going to need 3 more stones and a stick. So I need to make some more cobbles. So 27 of those. That's what I need. I ended up with too many. That's odd. I was sworn I put 27. I must have not. Oh. Well, for one thing, there was that. Still, must have only dropped 2 of them instead of 5. All right, whatever. Let's go put these in. Take those out. What are we doing on this? Almost there. We'll be able to make our lava bucket. Great. Let's go stand in the cool place here. And so I needed, for the juicer, pressure plate and 1 piece of, I think it's any kind of stone. Really, yeah, any stone. Okay. So, stone pressure plate. Yep. Juicer. There we go. And that'll actually, that juicer immediately opens up some other options. I don't know what they do, but it does open up apple juice. What's that doing? I said we were almost done. I'm looking at the wrong direction. So we're about 1/3 of the way now on that. All right. Stand in this again. And what did I need here? Oh, that's right. It was, oh, can't do that on this. I need my 3x3 grid here. That and that. Mortar and pestle. That should get it. Yep, there we go. So let's grab that quest. We claim it. It gives me some more food too, in fact. And gives me my bakeware. Cool. All right. So this, by the way, is a thermometer. I don't know what good it does me. It was something I received as part of a quest. So I've just left it there. I'm probably going to move it around. In fact, I might just put it outside. I'm wondering if its best use might be to put it outside where I can see what's going on outside, but I'm just going to put it right here. So we're going to put all our, until we have a place for cookware, we're just going to leave all of our cookware. Actually, I want the juicer. So one of the things I'll need to do is look into some recipes, because now we've got new stuff. So I'll be able to come in here and do stuff. What I think is eventually going to happen is I think eventually we're probably going to move all of these things outside and turn this into a kitchen area, because it looks like it's guiding me towards more and more kitchen-y stuff. Although the other possibility is I've already started here with sort of kitchen-y stuff, so maybe I can figure out how to reuse that. Maybe if I remove this, I can move all the hanging racks, the drying racks up high, and put my kitchen utensils there. In fact, let's find out. Would that work? Could I do that if I wanted to? Let's grab that off there first. I like having all the drying racks handy like this. Yes. All right, so that's our... We're going to go ahead and do that. Take all these down. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Not that. Not that. Don't do that. By the way, although this is... I'm not in hard mode. I'm going to go back in here, cool off. The zombies will break down wooden doors. So I've used my wooden doors with full knowledge of this. If things go all sideways again, I have real problems. I can fix it if I have to, but it is real problems then. So I have to be very careful with that. The only iron door I have is a left one. In the past, you guys saw me take all the iron doors and I've left that one there. That's part of the reason why I want to do the double wall, is I'd like, if there's a breach, to be able to retreat back into this area I'm in and know that they're not, they're not beating at walls. I do have an iron door over there, so I can get in and out of this area if I want to. Anyway, back over here. Let's see. So what's next on our list? Oh, I check on the lava. Should have stayed there a little longer. I was about to cool down another degree. Oh well. What's my lava doing? Nope. 3/4. Alright, see if we can progress somewhere else. I really think the progression is the big thing now. Just need to follow our progressions. So, Hunger Games. Okay. So I need to make 30 rice and 40 rice seed, which means I need to plant some Pam's Harvest rice. And do I still have my Pam's Harvest rice? Because I could do that, but I think we have to stand there and watch it. That's actually additions. I don't have any Pam's Harvest rice. Yep, no Pam's Harvest rice. So I need to sift more dirt. By the way, you're gonna see this on the floor. This is actually the button. For some reason, I can't place buttons anywhere around this door. All this space is unplaceable, including the two side floors. So I just put it where a pressure plate would be. The idea is I don't want a pressure plate there like they had, because if zombies do get in, I want to have a place I can hide out. I may put an iron door on the outside as an escape, but I've actually got, if I go to my transport, I've got a death point that I could hop to. I need to go outside and make a couple of transport points outside. It makes it much easier if I need to clean outside to just teleport out and back. But that's what's going on there. Let's see here. Oh, there it is. I was looking to see my stream time, and it's in a different area than different place than when I'm looking at recording time. All right, so we got this nice new food. That's a large meal too. Cool. We got new stuff. That's a snack, isn't it? That's a large meal too. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna drop off one of these large meals. Keep the other one on me. The fruit salad is technically a large meal too, so we're actually in good shape here. Let's put these down here. When we run out of fruit salad, we'll switch to those. I need to put this stuff away. So. Can't tell if I'm on that or not. Yep, apparently I am. What is that? Wow, that took a lot to take that off. I think I need to take those down. We'll see. Maybe I can leave those up. They're hard to remove. So maybe I can ignore them. We'll see. I think long term will actually be removing all of the stuff in the ceilings. Because I think we'll want to do something else hanging along the other side of this. I think it just makes sense as a method of getting stuff out of the way. Oh, this stuff doesn't go here. Hang on, guys. I've forgotten. I moved this because it was taking up so much space. So anything that's part of the ship is actually just stored in here. So I don't lose so much space to it. And if we run out of space, I can just stack another one on top of it and we'll keep going. I don't know if any of this stuff is useful later. I don't want to take a chance that it might be and that I lose it by poor storage. So, all right. Why is my mortar and pestle up and put away? It looks like I'm going to need more item frames. All right. Is there anything out there I need to do? Doesn't look like it. I could go and get more cactus, but I don't need it just yet. All right. And I do come over here and stand in the cool even at night, as long as I don't get too cold. I've discovered that, for instance, if I start at 8 or 6 when I start the day, I sometimes make it through the whole day without ever having to come and stop here. So it's handy. All right. So who's next here? What was I working on here? Oh, we were going to try to do some rice, so I need some dirt. Do I have any dirt in here? No, I'm out of dirt, so we need to go make dirt. Who was it? Someone, one of my grandparents, I think, used to refer to dogs going outside to crap in the yard as making dirt. But yeah, needs to go outside and make dirt. Right. Hopefully we get a rice seed out of that, because we can't do anything with this quest until we have it. I had one, but I think it was in a different stream. So we'll be able to, what's this do? Oh, we get a choice of reward. So we get these rewards plus one of these. That's a tough choice. I always want the loot chest, but I also know that that loot chest could contain absolute crap. I don't think I want the water bottles. I can make my own water real easily, but one of these might be nice. I'm wondering. So, real quickly, guys, I made an apple sapling, which you can make with 3 apples and a sapling. I planted it. I had all these high hopes that would mean I'd be able to collect apples. And I was, but you only apparently get 1 round of them. You pick those apples and no other apples ever appear, which seemed anticlimactic to me. So rather than doing that, that's one of the reasons I keep harvesting the trees out there. I don't need all the wood, obviously, right now. I've got stacks of wood, but continuing to make trees. Oh, we got a storm coming. Okay, so with the storm coming in, we will be fine, but I will need to go and check immediately afterwards and find out where the storm has piled sand, because it can, in a single storm, drop so much sand that they can nearly breach even this 5-high wall I've got. That's why the wall is 5 high, because I actually had them hopping over my 3-high wall easily. My 4-high wall got breached one time just by a couple who got through before I got to it. Sleep the night off. At least we can reduce the spawns going on out there. But sleeping, by the way, does not reduce your storm at all. I'd actually be okay if it maybe like time-lapsed, so that you'd wake up, storm was gone, but had deposited all the sand. But it doesn't even do that. You still have to sit through the whole storm. And it does lag worse through the storm. There's more particle effects going on, as you can see. So this may be a little painful for a while. Just bear with me, guys. All right, so let's see what we got here. So we can't do anything on that one for now. What else could we look at? Can't do anything with that yet. What's this over here? Bone stacker. So 3 bones, 3 spider eyes. We can make stuff. Oh no, that's what we get. I keep expecting this to be a recipe. So we'll get 3 bones and 3 spider eyes. I suspect that's actually what we need to make the stock. But in a lot of cases, I've noticed they're replenishing what they've asked you to use. But we also need spider. Oh, so the bones are going to be for the stock. So I'm guessing bones, water, and bowls to get stock, and we do that with the spider eyes. So let's take a look at that. So come on. You see it's lagging. Okay. It's lagging even my typing. Just trying to render in the background. Come on. There it is. Just cold stock, not bone stock. So yeah. So just a cooking pot and bone. We've got all that. We also make it with any meat, which we don't have any of, other than our rotten flesh. Looks like any vegetable too. Okay. So was it except any veggie? Okay. So yeah, we could make that easily. I really would rather not use the bones of it. So hang on, guys. See if that speeds it up a little bit. Let's see if we can use our parsnips for this. I'll leave 1 for planting and I go make more by planting. Come on. This can be a little painful. Little painful. Oh, we're getting warm here. So if I grab my cooking pot and get in the other room. Missed. Got the cooking pot. Yeah, you can see how bad the lag is. I don't know if you guys can can actually experience the lag. I guess you can. You're probably not seeing anything better than what I'm seeing, but you can see how slowly and quickly it turns there. All right. If I could time lapse you guys, I would, but I don't have a way to do that. I'm still not in the water. Hang on, guys. I gotta get in the water. The lava here. Lag made me miss it. Okay, so we had a little bit of a backup lag too at the same time. There we go. Now we're going. Right, so we go with that. Oh, we get 3 from 1 parsnip. Okay, so I don't need to go 3 then. Okay. So that's 1/2 of that. Just gonna go make sure that gets checked off. Okay, that got checked off. So make our spider eye soup. I assume it's just this with spider eyes, and I think I've got enough of those. I know I've got some. Yep. Just need my pot, stock, and spider eyes. So let's see if we can get 3 spider eyes here. I hesitate to leave this at the moment because I'm lagging so very badly. I mean, this is the worst lag we've had in a while. And I don't hear the wind anymore, so I think the storm has actually stopped, but the lag is still here. Not seeing the particle effects. I mean, that's full-on lag there. Hang on a second, guys. Let me see if do I have resource monitor open? Yeah, the computer isn't lagging. It really is the game. So when I hop out of the game, it's just lagging the display here. I hate that because I really would like to go do something. Well, I'm going to let this trip over at 250. There we go. See if I can go get the spider eyes. Make some soup while we're waiting for this to... Oh, it looks like it may have just let me go. Oh, spider eyes in here. No spider eyes? Oh, man. Okay, so we can't make our spider eye soup yet because we don't apparently have any spider eyes. Yeah, I've played in trying to... Well, that's interesting. The lag went away for a second. Now it seems to be back. That's interesting. Walking forward, the lag less than it is when I'm turning side to side. Checking to make sure I didn't put my spider eyes in some other location by accident. I was certain I had at least one, but I guess it was in my other instances. So I think that's still blowing out there. We need to get it back into the water. I should have gotten some water before I started streaming. All of my liquids are empty down here. So between the heat and our lag here, I can't get out, can't go do anything. It would be complete suicide to go check on things outside the wall with lagging like this. Even getting it on the wall may be suicide. A little bit of sand here, not much. Oh, come on. So you can see where it's piled up in my base. That usually tells you where to look. Bit over here, but nothing big. You see, I'm going to fall right the hell off that corner if it lags like that. Yeah, this is getting dangerous. Let's try that again. Okay. I think we can safely do this without falling off the corner. There we go. It looks like now all of our cacti are up, so it didn't pile on this side. Huh. We didn't get as much sand this time as we've gotten in the past. But it looks like there's a fair amount against this. So maybe it's the front wall. We'll look here. Yes. So see how much is piled against this wall? You can see in some places it is more than a block high. That's why my 3-high wall was getting breached, because they were no longer having to jump 2. And sometimes it was piling up on the other side of the trench. Oh, so they're only having to parkour up. Yep, so you can see where this guy's standing. He's right up against my wall. So I'm going to have to get out there. Yep, it's piled all up against that. All right. I need stairs over here. Let's make something to stand on, guys. You guys all comfy there? All right, you be comfy there. If I fall off, I'll take a little bit of damage. Won't be too bad. Right. Oh, yep, there's that damage. So we come over here. Just do this, so we have a way up. Oh, didn't need that other one. Thanks, though. All right. So I may have to go do the cleanup offline for you guys because the lag is so bad. I'm pretty sure it would just be instant death for me. I'd step out there and not be able to take care of even those few zombies that are out there. What I actually normally do is I'll lure them to one of my kill zones in a wall and reduce their numbers. So I'll need to build another kill zone up front. The reason I've got 3 on the back is I've had sand pile up on the back. And from those kill zones, I can actually clear small sections anyway, which reduces the amount of time I need to spend out there shoveling stuff. And this is actually the source of... I've got a bunch of sand in there ready to be dealt with. This should be done too. Yes. Okay, let me get my bucket. Is there anything in here? There was not anything in there I needed. Okay, let me grab my bucket and grab our lava out. We should be able to complete this thing. I don't remember what the next stage was, but we can complete whatever that is. I'll need to make more buckets at some point. Alright, so we have a lava bucket. Let's check off that quest. Now I'm going to have to let things spawn this night and hope that I can get to some spiders. We need spider eyes to complete our spider eye soup. And we also need to kill some anyway. If you look at this, I've gotten my zombies that I need to kill. I've not gotten any of the skeletons, any of the spiders, or creepers. Because of the skeletons and creepers, I actually have created myself a bow. I'm just waiting for enough skeletons to drop arrows when they die, and the zombies bring the arrows with them when they come to the wall, and that's how I get those. So anyway, let's go back and claim this one. Alright, claim that. What was next here? Stone hammer and bone crook. I think we can do both of those. So it's purposely been hanging on to some bones because I heard a bone crook would later be a thing. Oh, we're going to iron sword. We'll get some gold ore. We'll get a gold hammer. We'll get some loot chest. That's going to be a good one. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that. We may have enough to do all that right now. Stone hammer, bone crook. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Yep, a couple of cobblestone. Oh, even fewer sticks than before. So we can absolutely make the stone hammer. That's easy. The bone crook, I think, is going to be 4 bones. Yep, we've got 4 bones, so we can make both of those. I'm going to need 18 of these little stones. Let me go ditch this. So it looks like our lag may be mostly over here. We're going to ditch all the sand we picked up. Ditch this stuff. Leave that bone meal in there. That's fine. Now, I need 18 of these. Got sticks. And what else do I need? Oh, the bones. That's the other thing. Need to grab those bones. The bones are right here, I think. Yep. There we go. Alright. So, start with... I picked up... that's why I got the iron ingot out of my oven earlier. A couple of cobblestones. We can make our hammer. Now I'll keep doing stuff like getting that sieving done and harvesting. Oh, we don't need that other one. There we go. Hammer. Crook. And I assumed this was going to come in a... this is supposed to be much better than the standard crook, but I assumed it would be a quest item, so I didn't want to do it in advance in fear that I would actually break it. Alright. Alright, anyway, let's see what's up next here. I'm going to hang this bucket up. I'm sure I'm going to need a bucket of lava or something later. So we'll just put that up there. And those are both done. Why can't I claim? Can I get to that one yet? Is that not an available quest yet? Why can't I? Why won't you let me claim? You're showing that I've already claimed it. I haven't claimed that before. I wanted my stuff. Wow. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I really wanted that stuff. There were some good resources there and potential for really good resources maybe out of the loot chest. But it's showing like we've claimed that. It's just not available to claim anymore. Okay, I'll have to look into what to do when I've got one that we can't claim. Showing me all the completes here, but it won't let me claim it. And let me just verify. Yes, it shows complete here, but not claimed. Oh, we haven't claimed this one. Let's claim that one. But there's my rice seed. That's where the rice seed comes from. Okay. So now... we've got a loot chest. Let's find out what that is. We can start planting rice. Some wood. They say good. Not really. I mean, it's helpful, but I've got a chest just for wood. What my plan, by the way, is to... I'm storing some other stuff in here. My plan is for this to turn into a chest, mostly just... here's where we store all the wood we've gathered. So that's my aim for the amount of wood. That may be replaced by a drawer later, but still, that's kind of the idea. I'd like to have nearly a chest full of wood, so we have plenty to work with. And we want to do stuff, we don't have to think about wood for that point we need for building materials like those walls. I'd eventually like to replace the entire wall with wood. It just looks junky out there, so. And yeah, remember guys, I'm letting this generate, letting all the spawns happen tonight. That's why I'm not sleeping. I want to let those spawn so I can try to get spider eyes. Okay, so I can't claim that one, that other one. Is there anything else I can do? Metal sand. What is this one? Oh, crap. I've used up a fair amount of iron. I've used up more iron than that. But we're on our way to this. I've got some tin. Okay, so we're part way on all of this. So I'll just keep sieving. I can do this offline. By the time you guys get back, I will at least have all of those. I won't collect it until you guys get back. Ooh, that's 4 loot chests. That's going to be big stuff. And there's someplace to store, someplace to generate. So we're getting into energy. This one will get us into energy, which we can start to do more stuff with. Maybe the heating coil comes after that. That's not what I want to do. Which will move to that. Okay, so I think what I'm going to work on now is the rice thing. Makes the most sense. Time are we here? Yep, we're about at the end of our hour. So guys, that's where we are here. We've gotten a good bit done. I need to figure out what else I need to do. Got that bucket of lava there, and usually when they make you make something, there's something you're going to get out of it. So I'm assuming this bucket of lava is good for something. If I don't find another use for it, I can use it to fire my furnace over there, but doesn't do much. By the way, in this situation, I'm really thinking early on, if I had a little bit more iron, I would have spent some on what am I thinking? Hoppers to make my usual multi-purpose hoppered furnace. I'm just looking out here to see what we've got. Yep. Yeah, just looking through these holes, I'm seeing a fair amount of... Oh, hey. Do that. There we go. So, apparently I was missing a block down there somehow. Not sure how that even happened. Anyway, so I'll get some stuff done offline for you guys. I'll harvest all this wood. I'll probably harvest those guys too over there, the cacti. I'll sift a bunch of sand and dust to get to the ingots that we need. We've got parts of some of those. I don't think I'm really close on any of the numbers. We've got parts of some of them in here. I'll start separating out all of the unfinished powdered stuff into that's what these 2 chests over here are for components like that, so I can collect up all the powdered and all of the crushed, so I can assemble it later into actual ores to be smelted. So I'll work on all that offline for you guys, and we'll come back and hopefully be ready to make some progress. We're up to 6 out of our 10 there already. Anyway, and I'll also clear the front wall there. So anyway, guys, appreciate you being here. Appreciate, as always, all the support you guys give. And you can catch me live on twitch.tv/SirJeremiah. You can also catch me on YouTube, look for old episodes of this. If you're watching this live, again, the old episodes of this aren't up yet, and they're a little jumbled because it took me this long to get to where I had everything working properly with the game itself. So just so you know, offline, I've been through 3 different installations, actually 3 different launchers too. So anyway, guys, appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully get another stream of one of the other ones put up.